tablecloths, or I used to make some curtains out of sheets and had them professionally made. But I mean, the fabric itself was home good, and it was like $14.99 for a couple sets of sheets that we had lined and made into these fabulous drapes, and they're showstoppers. So I think, thinking outside the box, if you see a pattern and it really speaks to you, that's what you go for. Not the price tag, not necessarily the designer, although there are definitely some designers who are cultishly such things on those.
Fabric, wholesale fabrics. Take that right out to Marshall, home relevant. You're just going to go, like, Roxy must have like 3,000.
They're fabric now.
She has a tiny one there. Yeah, that's a good place to start. But 14 rooms, I think she told me once she had 3,200 rolls of fabric, which will put you into just overload. But then you go off to Menberg and have a nice lunch, and you've got fabric at wholesale prices. And that's the way to go down. The stores are just going to tackle all those things for you. Save them. Lots of ways to do it. Get fabulous things.
So when you're reimagining your piece and it comes to actually doing the work on it, like how you mentioned you painted, that you can tell you painted, you do things on your own. Like, when did you make that judgment call on to outsource it? Get the drapes recut by somebody else, or maybe just do it yourself and get it running. I guess it also depends if it's for yourself or for a client.
Well, I really don't have space. My garage has never seen a car. It's full of furniture. And I store spaces that I have in the summer. So I really don't have space to do a little bit in the summer. And I'm not good at it. So we are constantly looking for resources if we can pay this and pay it reasonably. But honestly, I have to have
For me, it comes down to time. I have my third baby, so a little pressed for time. So it depends. If I'm doing it for myself and on my own client, I can wait a couple months. I'll do it myself. As I said, I love the hands-on, and I'll do it for friends. And some clients, if they, I actually have a hard time. I don't know if this is the same for you, but letting go. So if there's something that I really want to do and want it done in a particular way, I have to hold myself accountable. So I'll do it myself. Otherwise, there are a lot of talented people in this area that, my drapes definitely outsource those. That's a bit, but unless they're for myself, I made drapes out of drop cloth and sheet. But the different clients, I always outsource those. Reupholstering, the same thing. That's a labor-intensive process. I reupholstered very things myself, but I think it's worth it when it comes to if it's a great frame, you have a great fabric. Like if you're paying a lot for fabric, you're going to want a professional dealing with the cutting. If you mess it up, it's bad news. You can't glue it back together. So I think that's
okay. One of the topics that came up in a previous event was that television and HDTV makes it look as if it's so easy to take these pieces and even reupholster them. They show people on the show, well, no problem, I'll reupholster the sofa, but when it's actually done, we had Alex, who was there with Alex Sanchez, and he said it's just like, the furniture doesn't even look good in real life, but they do it for television, and it gives this illusion that
I think they do make things look very, very easy.
Yeah.
It's not quite easy.
Yeah.
I know, just being a writer and photographer for therapy, my photographs often look a lot better than things in real life. So I think you do have to take that into account when you're looking at TV or online. Photographers, videographers know what they're doing. They know how to edit. And real life is different. So keep that in mind, and I think don't beat yourself up about it too. About if you're trying to do a project and you're thinking, this quad did it perfectly. Unfortunately, it's often the editing.
Or if you have a friend that shares your passion as also as you are, do it together as a project. Get together and we're going to do these things this weekend. When you're tired of Sandy, that person needs Sam.
Yeah.
Line counts.
Does anybody have any questions along?
I've noticed a kind of a trend in like almost like anti-mahogany, anti-oak, anti-why?
Good question. I think there's some young designers that just decided they weren't going to use it, and it is a problem in terms of antiques. A lot of people just do not want anything brown anymore.
But that's not, and what I say is that then you get trendy, and nothing is classical. When, and when you started talking about symmetry, I mean, that's one of the things right now. If you take an old house, whether it be a true aristocratic bungalow, whether it's a Victorian or whatnot, you take anything modern, the reason why that old house grabs you is because they, as you described, classical lines, which was actually, first thought of by the Greeks of proportionality, angles, 30, 60, 90, proportionality of windows, all that kind of stuff. And if you get, your standard Cracker Jack McMansion, they don't follow those, and that's why it looks like crap. So that's where I'm always wondering, if you're going to put time and do something like that, I think it always has to have, you have to be able to walk in 50 years from now and stuff go, that looks great. It doesn't matter. So, and I know I'm a little strange in my thinking, but that's what I'm going for, something that is going to forever, within the confines of whatever you create, is always going to look good, regardless.
And I think you see a lot of classic lines.
I think it's also in the mix. I know there's definitely a move away from, I think not so much the antiques, but the big box stores' exploitation of matching furniture.
Right.
Yeah, and they're usually the interpretations of the classic. So, and then done ad nauseum. So you have like the mahogany. The whole house is kind of, you look towards you see mahogany, but I think even just adding in one other element, whether it is an oak or maybe like one mid-century piece, or the line wood is kind of on its way out. I kind of like mixing the woods a little bit to give it gives the old classic antique pieces a new look. But I think you always have to respect the space that it's in.
You have to mix finishes. So I can't imagine that not mixing finishes. And that's pretty good. Doing a designer.
Yeah.
You have to know what you're serving. You really don't. You just really lucky. You get the overall design of what she's doing from the layer.
I think we also fall into that thing too about what's familiar to us and a place. Like if you grew up in New England, maple furniture is a staple there because it's beautiful old pieces. That's because maple is native wood there. You go down south, there are lovely pine pieces. In the Atlantic here, we have walnut and cherry, we have hickory, sycamore. As you go further west, you get the Ohio Valley and all the oak furniture. And you grow up with different things. You're familiar, you like it, but if along the East Coast seaboard, because we have the historical part of it too, people tend to put things in that went with that period and that time. So period homes are going to have mahogany, they're going to have walnut and cherry. And if you keep with those lines, they're always going to open. That doesn't mean you can't bring in other things. But I think the reason we don't find it oak more here is, again, because it is a Midwest wood. We bring in pine, but not like we find it in the South. Those great pieces. And the Irish are very strong in when you go to New England and in the South. And they have a real propensity for pine. So a lot of New England pieces too, Irish carpenter, Irish carpenter, that would be their wood of choice for what thing was cheap. You're used to working with it. regional look, and that probably was oversized. The scale was sort of a big look, big fill the space, and it's a great look.